Hello everyone, welcome to part 3 of my Java tutorial on how to make Snake. And so we left off with a little bug in the code that I ran out of time for, 10 minutes. I like to keep my videos short as possible. So the problem was, so you times it by the limit, and then you divided it by the distance. You divide it by the distance because integers round off to the nearest. And I wouldn't say to the nearest, they just round, the effect is rounding down each time, which is why we have that +1 there. And after we do that, we just times it by the distance again, and that way we make sure that it's on the grid. So once again, once we run it, as you can see, the apple is on the grid. So, is this recording? Yep, perfect. So I think we would like to have our snake move. I think that'll be pretty cool. So we're going to have to import a few more libraries, and emphasis on the few. So we're going to go event dot key event. That's important. Import java.ort.event dot key listener. Import java.ort.event dot action listener. Import java.ort.event dot action event, and I'm just going to go back up here and import a java x.swing.timer. And I'm just going to make this look a little nicer by just doing this. Epic. So we got that, and now we implement. So implements the action listener and the key listener. And we've got a few red lines because, yep, because of this. What is an abstract method? Oh no, what is it? Nothing to really worry about. All we have to do is just add a couple of lines. So we go public, because it has to be public, so we go public void action performed, and we call action event, like so, and we've got to do this now for the keys. So public void key typed, action, not action event, key event E, like so, public void key pressed by key event E, and public void key released. And we won't even be using most of these, but since it's an abstract method, we must add these to our snake panel class anyway. So which one are we going to be using? I think we'll be using this one. So I'm just going to copy and paste this up here just because it'll be a bit neater. Get rid of that. And at the bottom here, we're going to call repaint. It's important that you call repaint here. Make sure you do, otherwise when you do actions, nothing will be up here working. It's because it's not the frame isn't being repainted. So we're gonna call an int code here, and that's gonna go key event or e dot get key code like so, and if the code is equal to e dot vk, I believe, yep, equals this, and we got to make sure that it's this. So what does this symbol mean? Because we know that this equals a certain code, because pressing a button means has a numerical value to it, and this basically means that if the this will be the key that we have pressed, like for instance A, the letter A on your keyboard. And if this is true, if they are exactly the same, then it will run this block of code. That's what this if statement means. So we go else if, and we basically just do this for all the other ones. Make sure I type it properly. We're going to call this D, else if code is equal to E dot VK W, we do this, else if code is equal to E dot VKS, then this. Now this would have been easier if we used a switch statement, and it would have been neater, but I won't worry you guys with that just yet. You can learn about that later. I don't think it's exactly a fundamental thing to have, but it can make your code look neater. But for now, we'll just leave it with this. So we got that. So now we're going to call a int speed, and that's good. For now, that's going to be set to 0. And we're going to call a boolean. Now, boolean is just set to either true or false, like such. And I feel like this is taking too much of my screen. Now I feel like it takes too little. Okay, that's nice. So boolean, and we're going to say vertical. So vertical, and it's going to equal false. So if we press A, we want our speed to be negative, basically the negative distance. Yeah? Else if, because we want it to go to the left. Otherwise speed is equal to distance. Speed is going to, if we go up, we're going to have to go negative. Why negative, you ask? Because in computer science, generally speaking, the y and x starts up here in the top left corner, and when you go down, y becomes positive, unlike in math where up is positive. Little confusing, but you get used to it. And we add that like so. So, that's nice. But even with this, we can't exactly move our snake because we have not added a timer. And this is pretty simple to add. We just go new timer is equal to what, a 50. This is the delay. And we'll just say this. And now, when we run it, we should be able to move, which we cannot. And I know exactly why we cannot. It's because we have not added anything. So for now, we'll just place this here. So if vertical else in here. So if it's in here, then it's false, because this is not vertical. Otherwise, this will be true. Like so. So if vertical, then snake of 0 of 1 is going to be plus or equal to speed. If not, then this is going to equal to speed. Now you might be thinking this is the exact same line of code, and that is true, but when we're going left or right, it will not add to the vertical. So I believe now that if we were to add anything, if we were to move, we'll be allowed to move. And we're not allowed to move. Huh. What's going on? Have I started the, no I have not. That's why. So we're going to make sure we're going to have to call start here. And hopefully now we'll be able to move. We still can't move it. Oh no! No! What is happening? Ah. I hate it when this happens when I make... I swear this only happens when I make a YouTube video. Okay, what is going on here? Ah, maybe this is what's happening. No? This is very peculiar. This should be working by now. I don't know why it's not. I am just gonna cheat a little bit because before I did this, I made sure that I was able to do this project, and it is working successfully. Just in case you don't believe me, I'll run it. I'll run this one, and this one, as you can see, works. But why isn't this working? So we got e.getKeycode, and we got action performed. Maybe we haven't added this right? Okay, so now it's time for some debugging. Let's just get rid of these lines and see if it works. So if we press right, it should just go down. It doesn't go down. Okay, so I feel like there's I know what's the problem. This is a very sneaky thing. So you got to set this focusable. So make this true, and what is it called? Add a key listener. I know, it's stupid. I'm with you with this, it's stupid, but now we should be able to see it go. Yep, and there it runs off. How am I doing for time? I imagine pretty bad. Yep, pretty bad. So I'm just going to hurry up here. And I'm just going to close this, because I don't need it anymore. And we're going to just say, if the snake of this is equal to apple x, and, so this is the symbol for and apple y. So if it's in the exact same spot, then we're going to randomize this. So we're going to go apple x into random width, and apple y will be into random height. So now when we run this, and of course it's at the very end of here. So once it matches, as you can see, it now spawns. But we have yet to add a tail, and that is where we will finish this video. Next video will be now adding the body of the snake. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.